Hello, all you cheerful YouTube people. On YouTube, my name is the Winter Owl. Online forums and online games, I usually call myself White Owl. My real name is Matt. You can call me any one of those, whichever one you think you like best. This is Let's Fly, the Kerbal Space Program. This is something unusual experience for me, which I am really looking forward to. A collaborative edition of Let's Fly Kerbal Space Program. I haven't done this before. Yeah, this is the International YouTubers Moon Space Station edition. There's a space station up there, which some of these other Kerbal YouTube people did, and I am going to add a module. I already decided which one I was going to do. Let me see. Yeah, there's all these things in here. IYMSS Observatory. That's me. Let's load this thing. It was really, it's kind of, for me, it's a serious difficulty in coming up with a design for a module that uses only stock parts. I had to keep on opening up the list and looking at the files to remember which one of these parts are actually stock, because I just flat out don't use them in normal course of playing the game. Anyway, here it is. This is going to be in Observatory. We've got 6 of these cabins, so so Kerbals can get a little bit of privacy. They can go and they can stretch out and take a nap and sleep and stargaze. They can look out at the view of the stars and at the view of the moonscape, the magnificent desolation of the moonscape rolling gently on by. I think that, life on board the space station will be, there's a whole lot of work, and there's going to be some hardship, and things going to be breaking, you have to fix them. This is, really, I envision these as being like luxury cabins. Just go back, chill out, get a sip of your tasty beverage, whatever tasty beverage. I like sugar and caffeine and Mountain Dew my own self. I think I'll have some beverage right now. Yeah, Mountain Dew. Anyway, or maybe they like something different, but yeah, so that's my plan. I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to send it to the moon and dock it with that space station there. First thing I need to do, see, we're going to, because I can't do anything this simple. If it's easy and simple, I just can't do it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is I need to save the individual pieces. Station modules. This piece is the IYMSS cabin. There we go. Save. Here, get rid of that. And I'll get rid of that one. And now the root, the trunk. Yeah, trunk is what I'll call that. And save this one. Also in station modules, this is the IYMSS trunk. Save. Yeah, because where any normal KSPer in YouTube would just build some monstrous asparagus staged rocket and attach that thing to the very top and just fly it there direct. I can't do it. So what I'm going to do is my own style. I went and loaded in. I made one of my Eagle, one of my shuttles. I made it a stock vehicle just for this. Yeah, here she is. I'm realizing that there's a good chance, the nature of this, that there might be people watching these videos who are not regular viewers of my channel, so you might be just wondering what the hell this thing is. I like making space shuttles, so yeah, it's not as efficient. It's nowhere near as efficient as just building a huge asparagus staged rocket and sticking whatever it is up on top, but I think it's a whole lot more fun. So I'm going to use this space shuttle to get my modules up there. Let me see. First thing I want is a trunk. Where to go? Here it is. Boom. Oh, look how tiny that thing is relative to my station. Relative to my shuttle, I mean. Okay. There. That. Oh, I could bet you I can fit maybe half of those. Yeah, I bet I can fit like half of the cabins in there behind it. Okay, there, that one works. I think that's probably stable enough. We may not even need to quantum strut it. Okay, what to do about the next ones, though? Yep, Okay, well, yeah, let's go ahead and do some more quantum struts for these. Just keep them from ripping loose during this whole launch business. Just a few minutes, bare minutes before I started recording this, we got the B9 aerospace pack. They went and released the latest update, so everything that I have here was made in the old version of the pack. I haven't really had time to update my shuttle to the new version. Looking forward to doing it. I thought about, taking, man, I don't want to use this with using the old parts, but then really it comes down to I have to have just one night if I'm going to be responsible, if I'm going to be kind to the other people participating in this collaborative project. I can't take the time to go and revamp the entire space shuttle. We have to get moving. Okay, so what flight was this? This is going to be IYMSS, yeah. IYMSS Assembly 1. Yep, there we go. I think I like it. Okay, anything else that I'm forgetting? I believe that's ready to go. Yeah, let's launch the thing. So who we got? We got Fairlair Kerman and Gerbry Kerman. Now, I need to think about this. I do have a couple of these cabins. Do I need to take up any additional Kerbals? I think there are plenty of Kerbals already at the station. However, it could be useful to have the... yeah, I'll just go ahead and say that just because more Kerbals is more fun. Let's go ahead and add some Kerbals to this. So what I have, my crew tank. I need to add a Kerbal. Sidbul Kerman. Ludun Kerman. All right, you guys are going to go travel with the station, the station module. That's what's going to happen. Good. Turn that off. Okay, close the doors. Oh, that's right. Okay, in this version, I've got these tanks. These are just full of jet fuel, which I intend to use after re-entry and landing. So I'm going to shut those off now. We're not going to turn them back on until we're looking to deorbit. And I also like to, it's not really necessary to turn these fuel tanks off, but I find it useful so I know when to jettison the external fuel tank, because that huge honking main engine down there, it will drain the onboard fuel supply. It'll drain these dry in just seconds. So I definitely want the onboard fuel tank, the external fuel tank, to be feeding our main engine down there. Okay. Yeah, this shuttle, it's got Sabre engines on there. This is a version. This is a work in progress. I eventually want to have a shuttle that I can release, that I can share with everybody. It's not using some of my tricks with the gimbling and the damned robotics hinges, because I guess many people weren't able to work with that. So yeah, it doesn't have that at all. All right, let's take a look. Before I started recording, I put... no, that's the old one. Oh, here's a tug right there. Yeah, I put the tug vehicle, which I'm going to use to move my station module to the moon. I already put it in orbit, so it looks like I need to go for a slightly higher orbit than that one. Okay, guys, let's go. Throttle up. Pitch back just a little bit. Oops, a little bit. Yeah, like that. Yeah, what I've done is, instead of using the damned robotics hinges to manually control the gimbal throughout the launch, I took one of the 2.5 meter rocket engines from the Kyle Winston pack right now. I think I may have to go to like even one of the stock, just like a mainsail or something. But yeah, one from the Kyle Winston, and I put the engine torque compensator plug-in from the same plug-in that makes Tiberian's space shuttle possible. I applied that plug-in to this engine. We've also got the same solid rocket boosters from his shuttle pack, which I've just resized to monstrous proportions. There's a guy that actually is working yeah, talented modder doing the 3D modeling is actually making some custom solid rocket boosters for this project. So we should. I'm realizing that I'm kind of speaking to the future. My understanding is that this project is not, that my edition most likely will not be aired for like a few weeks from now, because, you know, we're waiting until the whole thing is finished and then just, you know, like a couple of days between releases. But yeah, eventually I want to have all these parts, everything that would be just totally legitimate for me to share. I want to be able to release this whole vehicle to everybody. I'm going through the transonic region. Yeah, kind of hold steady when this thing's between Mach 0.8 and Mach 1.2. That is a problematic speed range for it. Maybe we can just go back a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, once we get over about Mach 1.2, we can regain a little bit more pitch control. Yeah, all right. Do a little bit more turn. I like the shuttle. I think it looks pretty cool. I've been wanting to do this kind of an annular wing design for the tail on a shuttle for quite some time. This is the procedural wing, the P-wings, procedural wings. This is my first vehicle that I've put together using those procedural wings, and I like it a lot. I'm definitely looking forward to using those a whole lot in the future. Fairler Kerman, Gerberi Kerman, being very, I don't know, they're kind of average Kerbals. They're not really freaking out. They're not really happy. They seem almost bored. Well, not quite bored. They're scanning the gauges. They're paying attention to what goes on. You guys really, they aren't a whole lot of fun. We like Kerbals that either freak out or do something funny or something. Come on, guys, flap your arms or something. Guys, flap. No? Alright. Yeah, boring Kerbals right there. And my goal in balancing out these enormous, giant solid rocket boosters on this thing is I want the SRBs to last for roughly 2 minutes. It's always annoyed me that the stock SRBs in this game burn out so ridiculously fast in just seconds. Clean separation, I like that. And those things, they got a couple parachutes on them, so, you know, I'm not going to watch them, but they're going to go down there and they're going to be recovered to be packed with solid fuel again and reused. Oops, we're getting down too much gravity turn. My apoapsis is shrinking. There we go. Yeah, let's keep that apoapsis growing. Now, this payload that I've got, it actually doesn't weigh all that much, so I anticipate I'll probably have some fuel left in this tank when it comes time to jettison it. I want the tank to deorbit on its own, so whenever the periapsis number comes around to positives, I'm going to jettison that tank, even if it has fuel remaining. Just really, really soon. Yep, right about there. For a nice, clean orbit. I love having clean orbits without a lot of clutter floating around. All right. Now, okay, hit that. So we turn this engine off. We're not going to use that one anymore. Going to use these two Sabre engines, Sabre synergistic air-breathing rocket engines. So, you know, when in the atmosphere, they function like jets. They ingest air and they turn it into liquid oxidizer, liquid oxygen. But in space, they function as rockets. They use our oxidizer that we have stored on board. Okay, so about 7 minutes to apoapsis. Well, actually, we can thrust burn a little bit more right now, because I want to put my apoapsis up above 100 a little bit. And let's go for, say, 110. Yep, right around there. That'll work. Okay, well, let's roll wings up. Roll right side up. Yeah, so I already did the previous launch where I put my just my tug, which is just a fuel tank and an engine. Then we'll have this launched. We'll get our first few components, and then we'll do a third launch with the remaining components. You know, we'll assemble everything in orbit, and yeah, we'll assemble everything low Kerbin in orbit, and then send it to the moon and dock with it there. And then, because my tug uses all these mod parts, and we can't have mod parts in the save when we actually transfer it on, then I'll probably just crash I'll crash the tug into the moon. Get rid of it that way. That's the plan anyways. Take a look at our map. Oh, it's way back there. Maybe let's actually go for 120. It's the kind of stuff you should figure out before you launch, but I like kind of just figuring it out as I go, you know? There we go. Here's our tank. Bye-bye, tank. Yeah, we're high enough. We're practically out of the atmosphere now. Let's go ahead and open up those doors. Yeah, close enough. Go for a circularization burn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely within a kilometer. Circular enough for my purposes. Oh, hey, look! Gerby Kerman. Yeah, he was... As soon as I started talking about him, he went all stone-faced. You see that? Yeah, he was all happy. He's doing the jig. He's flapping his arms, which was what happy Kerbals do. As soon as I talked about him, bam. It's like he's playing poker. Okay, matched inclinations with the target. Thank you very much. Turn that off. Okay, now I'll just put a maneuver node any old place. How about there? Seems like a good enough spot. I know I'll have to burn retrograde in order to bring this apoapsis down to 100. Oh, come on, guys. Okay, yeah, close enough. Alright, and now let's just advance in time until everything all lines up. Easy enough. Getting closer. Let's slow it down. And separation 3.1 kilometers. 2.5 kilometers. 2.0. Oops, hang on. 1.3, 1.1. Okay, looks like it's a 0.2 kilometers, 200 meters. That's pretty close. We'll just leave it right there. Yep, leave that maneuver node right there. 2 hours, 17 minutes. Let's go ahead and set myself an alarm. What's this about? Ooh, updated version available. How about that, huh? Well, we don't need it right now. I want to have a 2-minute warning. Set myself an alarm. Good. Ooh, hey, there it is. 70 kilometers and closing. Here's a target. Okay, there goes our alarm clock, slowing us down. It's very kind. Close alarm. Okay, now point this thing over in the at the direction. Oh, wait a second, we're going to be burning retrograde. Hang on! Point in the wrong direction. Yeah, there's our maneuver marker. Yeah, we're already starting to slow down. I think I'm actually going to go... Yeah, let's do the dynamic time warp just a little bit, and it may actually go a little bit faster. Yeah, it is running a little bit faster this way. Faster and smoother. Okay, we're right about there. Good enough. Let's kill that maneuver node. So what kind of an approach we have over there? 1.3 kilometers? Yeah, alright. 0.3 kilometers over there, huh? And the plan is, once I get up there, I'm going to use... I'm going to use this robot arm, the Buran manipulator. We're going to pull the trunk out first. I'm going to attach, and I'm going to dock my tug to that trunk. Then we're going to pull both of these out one at a time and dock dock those to the trunk. That's the plan. Yeah, I'm not actually going to dock that tug to the shuttle. I really don't see a reason to do that. That wouldn't really accomplish anything that I want. Yep, right about there. Fairler, Jerby, whatever his little fit earlier, where he actually got happy, started flapping his arms around. He's over it now. I don't know. I have to figure him out. Figure out what makes Gerby tick. Furler is one of those. He seems barely conscious at the moment. There's not much to say about him. I think, just so I don't forget to do it later, I'm going to go ahead and turn all my quantum struts off. Yeah, because I think we're going to be doing some real gentle accelerations and everything from here on. So we don't need those on. Okay, I should be matched with it pretty closely. I see both my apoapsis and my periapsis are less than 100. Actually, at this point, okay, here, let's turn the SAS on. I'm going to switch to the other vehicle. Let's switch to that tug. Camera's all sweeping around doing weird things. Come on, camera. Be good to me. I suppose there's one reason I should, maybe I will dock the tug to the orbiter just for a minute, just to transfer RCS over. Let's go ahead and pull those solar panels in, because they're all fragile. And be moving around things. Just prevent accidents, you know? I just want to pull alongside, then we'll kill our relative velocity. More or less. It doesn't have to be perfect, because anyway, I'm just going to switch over to the shuttle long enough to move things around the arm. I can actually start thrusting backwards now. Okay. Very gradually getting a little bit further away, but not enough to worry about. Okay, now switch over to the shuttle. Yep, there's a tug right over there. Good. Again, go to the chase camera. Okay, so first, stop camera. Stop swinging around. There we go. Let's wake this thing up. Boom. Light that up like that. Good. Okay, let me see. Turn our SAS off, because SAS just is not compatible with robot arms. Bad things happen when you try that. Right about there. And swing that wrist joint down as far as it'll go. Turn that magnet on, go to fine control. Magnetize. Okay, so we've grabbed the trunk. Go over here, click on this thing, decouple node. That is decoupled, thank you. Why did our camera swing around like that? Oh well, I don't know. Control from here. Just so I know what's going on. Yeah, tug is still over there, but it's not going anywhere. Still in fine control mode, good. Just move slowly, carefully, gently. Lift this thing up out of the bay. I know it takes a while, but just previous experience working with these arms, if you try to go fast, things get just wild oscillations and things break. It turns into chaos and destruction, you know? Yeah, I shouldn't have said chaos and destruction. Gerby over there. You got kind of concerned about that. He and Fairler both. Yeah, what? No. Okay, I think that's far enough. Let's leave it there. Switch over to this one. Get a little bit of a tumble going. I'm gonna go ahead and do the cheat method. Do time warp just to kill the rotation, because that gets annoying real fast. Set that as my target. Thank you. Okay, now we're starting to get closer to a reasonable approach at this thing. Oh wow, every time I do this, it just I swear I've docked before. I just wouldn't know it from looking. Maybe no, that's not going to work. Let's go this direction. Let's not do any collisions. No collisions. Yeah, that's a collision. Thud, bang, crunch. Okay, I think maybe this approach is going to work out a little bit better. This shuttle appears to be being stable enough. Is it really kind of a risk turning that SAS on when I'm doing anything with the robot arms? That's a good way to just tear the whole thing apart, but it appears to be behaving itself at the moment. We're not going to hit this shuttle's nose, are we? It's looking really, really close. Can we just back up some? Yeah. I was never worried for a second. I knew that there's plenty of clearance there. Okay, yeah, this one's definitely going a whole lot smoother than the previous attempts, I'll say that much. Kind of yawing around. I really am kind of upset that the RCS is not straight on this thing, you know? So anytime I thrust forward or backwards, it puts a rotational moment on it. Back, 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 back. I should have put like a true advanced SAS on this thing instead of just an avionics package. That would have helped to hold it a little bit more straight. Looking pretty good here, guys. We're looking pretty good. And dock. Just like that. Good. Turn that SAS off before anything breaks. Whoop, wrong button, wrong button. There we go. Okay, well, that was kind of dramatic. While I'm thinking about it, let's refill this thing. Good. Alright, turn those off. Okay. I wonder if instead of turning this loose right now, let's see if I can I'll leave this connected while I use the second arm. Let's do a quick save while I'm thinking of it. Yeah, I used the second arm to pull this first cabin out. Well, actually, first, before I do that, I've got my two Kerbals that are in here. Right? Yeah, let's move these Kerbals around. Okay, the crew tank guys. I need you... I'm going to transfer the crew tank guys into the cupola modules. Here we go. Good. Okay, so yes, now I've got Sidbull and the other guy in these cupola modules down there. Yep, just like that. Okay, fine control is on. Magnetize that one. Good. And let's decouple it. Bang, just like that. Now we should be able to just lift it straight out, right? I like playing with the robot arms. I think playing with the robot arms is a whole lot of fun. See if I can keep this thing pointing towards the north without breaking anything. Now these buoy manipulators do not have the same range of motion as the Canadarm. But I can't fit the Canadarm into this cargo bay and still have room left over for cargo. Still, I wonder if it's possible. Can we manipulate this enough so that I can attach this cabin, the cupola module, to this trunk without anything bad happening? Oh, hitting him. I shouldn't be. I was trying to steer the shuttle at the same time as I was moving things around. Oh, got some chaos happening here, guys. Oh, bad stuff. Thud, crash, bang. Yeah, let's not be doing that. Okay, yeah, look at that. That's all parallel-like. Isn't that interesting? Now, this one, let's see if we turn it this way. Or maybe I need to rotate it this way. That's the wrong way. It's always so difficult to tell. Or is that the wrong way? Yeah, see, I can't tell. Oh, this may work out just perfectly nice, huh? Check that out. Okay, before we get too... no real fine-tuning needs to be done here, not too much. And there's the attraction. Good. Okay, let's just let it kind of settle and turn magnetize off. Boom! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! It was looking so good, too. Oh, it was looking so good. No! Who's Luden Kerman is in this thing. Oh, wow, that's... Wow! Look at him go! Whoa! Luden... That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? Oh. Still got one guy there. Oh. Oh, you know, I just keep on working on it. In theory, it's all supposed to work. I think I'm actually going to cease recording for just a little bit. We'll come back. I did some quick saving. We'll do some quick load and we'll get it working. Yeah, we'll come back whenever things are actually working better. Okay, so here we are back in the vehicle assembly building. Yeah, I had a kind of a technical difficulty with the commentary, so I had to go back. This is actually now from this point on in the video. This is going to be the post commentary. I realized that I had to go much simpler. The original plan for my original structure, I just flat out didn't have time enough to do it. I made the decision to get rid of the robot arms. Those things are causing problems, as cool an idea as they are. I mean, I really like the idea of those robot arms, but it's just the mod just isn't stable. The things tend to explode too much, and I got you know, things to do. So here I am just playing around in the VAB. Got to come up with a much simpler observatory. I still want it to be an observatory. I want it to have kind of a very similar idea to the module that I came up with before, but it needs to be something that I can launch in this shuttle in just one go. And okay, a few minutes later, here's what I come up with. Got a couple of the cupola modules for good visibility at either end. We have these individual little the cockpits representing just individual cabins in the middle. Lots of windows for just stargazing and looking at stuff. IYMSS Observatory. There it is. I like it. I think it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of like a dumbbell too, but you know, we'll just ignore that part. All right, here's our shuttle. Just, you know, and look, it fits inside of that cargo bay very nicely. Estimated the size in that one pretty closely. Get some quantum struts to keep the thing from wobbling around, breaking loose string to launch. You know how this works. Yeah, we did all this stuff before, but yeah, here it is, observatory. It'll work. It fits in the cargo bay. Just one go. I'm going to take that thing up there, meet up with the orbital tug, and take it to the moon that way. Here we go, ready for a launch. It's our same couple of Kerbals before. Gerby, I still don't know how to say his name. And Bergen. All right, and we're adding a couple of more Kerbals into the cupolas. Fairler and Citadel will be our space station crew. All right, and here we go again. Launch number 2. Well, actually, for the purposes of this mission is actually the third launch of a shuttle, because I didn't even record the first one putting the tug up there. The second one was the hilarious disaster in which everything exploded, and I made the final decision: no more robot arms. this flat out don't work. Ain't that a cool looking shuttle? I think it's a cool looking space shuttle. I have plans. Yeah, plans to make a whole series of these space shuttles and deliberately make them available to everybody. I've got since the time that I recorded this. What's Nazari? Nazari, yeah, the guy, very talented modder. Yeah, I posted. I just, hey, anybody want to make me a solid rocket booster? And yeah, he did. Oh, they're awesome. We got some giant solid rocket boosters. We got. I'm happy. Yeah, we're gonna make some space shuttles, and maybe even do like just an individual video series. You know, a whole range of space shuttles, and make those available to everybody. I'm excited about it. I think I already said that in the first time that I was recording. Oh well. Somebody gets to listen again. So the launch, it's fun, but the launching is pretty much the same every time. If everything goes right. Of course, you know, if things go wrong, that isn't exactly the same. But yeah, it's pretty much a repeat of the launch that went before. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to being able to use these space shuttles in this, the Mission Controller mod, which recently became available. It's like a mod version of the career mode. I want to see if I can, you know, once all the part costs and everything gets balanced, once that mod is really working correctly, I'm looking forward to trying these space plane type space shuttles. See if we can actually make them be more economical than disposable rockets. I hope so. Yep. There's the observatory. Looking pretty cool. Oh, yeah, see, I made a mistake here. I'm supposed to shut those main engines down whenever I got rid of the external fuel tank. Because then, I think, did I hit the button there? Yeah, alright. Yeah, we cut a big section here. Jumped through playing with maneuver nodes, trying to set up a rendezvous with the tug. It's always lots of fun. Almost there. I like it whenever the maneuver nodes kind of spaz out and you've got the intersect point. Is sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. It's, you know, it's a Schrodinger's cat kind of a maneuver node thing. Is it there? Is it not? I don't know. It's maybe it's both until such time as it is observed. It's both and neither. I don't even know what that means, but it is random stuff that occurs to you. Post-commentary stuff can be fun. I should do this more often. Maybe. Yep, playing around with maneuver nodes. Looks like a pretty close intercept right there. Looks to me like that'll work. Set up an alarm for it. I love that alarm clock mod. I am not capable of playing the game without the alarm clock anymore. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe I suppose I could, but really, why would you want to? All right. Getting closer to the tug. Yeah, I just went and deleted all that earlier debris. Just went to the earlier save file. Because, you know, all that debris that's floating around, it's made up of all these mod parts, which aren't going to be usable for the final save file when I pass it on anyway. So, yeah, it's kind of cheating that I just deleted all of it. But, you know, just for the purposes of this collaborative project, yeah, I think we'll have to justify it. All right, there's the probe. Looks to me like pretty close to an intercept. Yep, match velocities with it. Maneuver in a little bit closer. Nice and gently. I just noticed, wow, you can see... Oh yeah, you can see that... see the observatory kind of banging around loose inside of the cargo bay, because I turned the quantum struts off. Alright, there we are. That's about as close as you can get. And here's just the 500 times simpler way to get cargo out of the cargo bay instead of playing around with these complicated but problematic robot arms. Decouple and turn RCS on and just thrust downward. Yep. That's it. Works pretty well. Yep, thrust backwards just to get a little bit of clearance. I believe previously using those arms is like a whole bunch of different style points, but it just wasn't so practical. And yeah, at this point is when I realized I forgot to transfer my 2 Kerbals out of the shuttle's crew tank and into the space station module, into the observatory. So here's Kerbal number 1. Who is this? Sidble? I think that's Sidble. Anyway, yeah, whoops. Let's go EVA really quick and go get into the, go board the observatory. Otherwise he's going to get left behind. All right, and looking around, where is the damn hatch in this thing? Oh, there's the hatch. It's down here. Yeah, and I thought that it looks like the cupola module has these handholds around the side, but apparently he can't grab them, because I thought he'd be able to grab and walk and just hand walk around the side. All right, so here's the next one. Yeah, that first one was Sidble. This one's Fairler, drifting further and further away. Go, Fairler, let go. Oh, there it goes. He has to turn his pack on. So Fairler's going to take his time. He's going to get over there. Try not to be getting too crazy with the whole EVA business, because it's going through a slightly more distant target. It's easy to get over enthusiastic and just, thrust full speed ahead. Banzai! And that just doesn't work. Okay. And once again, the hatch is on the other side. It's a good thing amazing that I managed to do that both times. Put the hatch on the other side, so he has to turn around, come back at it. Good job, Fairler. Proud of you. All right, so yeah, now the module has 2 Kerbals on there, and there is my tug. Big old ball of fuel, big nuclear engine on it, bunch of RCS. It was problematic using the thing earlier. What I realized is, I put these RCS ports, these RCS thrusters on the thing, but the actual collision mesh of that globe fuel tank, the globular fuel tank, they aren't quite straight. So anytime I'm thrusting them, the thing is just rotating around in different directions. Yeah, come on, Doc. Doc, stock. Quit wiggling. Yeah, there. Decent enough, Doc. That works. Yep. Looks like a viable spaceship to me. Alright, so now it's time to transfer, look back at the shuttle. This thing has to go for a re-entry. It's the whole point of having a space shuttle, is it re-enters, it lands, right? I cut some part out of, waiting for the appropriate place to burn, so we're going to try to go for a landing at Kerbal Space Center. This is, of course, using the Deadly Re-Entry mod, which I've figured out how... This is the old Deadly Re-Entry, version 1.3, which was more harsh than the version now. I figured out the technique to do this. You set your periapsis at 45 kilometers, drop down about that far, tilt back, do some aero braking, slow down. Looks like a fairly decent aero braking maneuver, but... I think that maybe, just maybe, I'd done this whole re-entry thing enough times. I was starting to feel kind of cocky about it. I was starting to feel like I could show off, and went just maybe a little bit too fast this time around. Because if you do it right, you can do it slowly enough that the whole re-entry effects won't even show up, and they're obviously becoming visible here. Definitely got some flameage going on. So that's kind of worrying. And you can take a look at that pitch indicator all the way over there. I'm trying to pitch the nose all the way up, got RCS on, trying to slow down, and it's too late. If you get to this point and you're already too fast, there is no good way to slow down fast enough. So Gerbery, Bergen, sorry guys, I got cocky, I got overconfident with my whole re-entry, and I believe you two are going to end up paying the price for it. At least your end, it looks kind of cool. Looks very dramatic. I like that. Poof. More flaming pieces. What is that? Oh, it's an RCS port. Yeah, there it is. Okay, well, yeah, scratch another shuttle. I have really bad track record with those. I'm working on it. I promise it's going to get better. All right, but anyway, so the shuttle's a loss again. I've got to figure out how to, save those things and not be destroying them all the time. We're playing around with maneuver nodes again. Set up a good intercept for the moon for a trans-lunar injection burn. Yeah, fine-tune that, make it look all pretty like. How about like that? Ooh, that looks kind of pretty. Yeah, we'll try, I'm just trying to set it up so I could hit the lunar periapsis, which would be right at the space station's periapsis. I'll try to do it right in the initial burn, which I don't remember right at the moment. Was that like 80 kilometers, 85? Or I guess it's less than that, isn't it? Yeah, 60 something. Or maybe it was right, yeah, right around 60 kilometers. That's the orbit that the station's, the station's orbital altitude. All right, so we'll see if we can just hit that with our initial burn. All right, set up an alarm. I like those alarm clocks. That alarm clock is good. Pretty cool looking spaceship. I like this whole assembly, the way it looks. I think that looks very, very science fiction-y, spaceship-ish. Definitely very spaceship-ish. Kind of wiggly, but oh well. You can see we've got some more quantum struts strapping the observatory to the tug. Help keep it from flapping around too wildly. And it goes, after all the calamities leading up to this point, it ends up being a fairly clean, fairly textbook-like trans-lunar injection burn. No real problems, no catastrophes, no surprises. This part actually went fairly normally, so I was happy about that. I think I may have actually giggled a little bit after all the calamities leading up to this point. That the initial time in the vocal commentary, which was lost in the first recording. Oh, look at that! Oh, look how closely that matches. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that's pretty nice. I was patting myself in the back about that one, but yeah, it's just too bad about the shuttle. But oh well. All right, fast forward. Here we go. Yep, there's the station. Yeah, the station's has an altitude right around 60 kilometers. Take me to the moon. No, it's a fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Yeah, that's this. I couldn't remember how it went. Fly me to the moon. Yeah, something like that. Okay, here we are. There's your alarm clock telling you, hey, it's time to slow down. Go into the orbital insertion here. And I'm taking a look at this. Oh, wait a minute. See, I had this maneuver node set up to just go and, go for a lower orbit, but I actually want to go to a higher orbit because I want to orbit slower than the station, so it'll catch up to me. So, yeah, I don't see any need to really change maneuver node at this point. I just have to make a mental note. I'm not going to burn as long as the node is planned for. All right, so yeah, start early. And judge that throttle to try and end the burn the other side of the node at the same time as I started it. Yeah, go for perhaps about 70 kilometers. Right about there. More wiggly nodes. Gotta like those wiggly nodes. Yeah, I've got an intercept set up for the station, so that's cool. Okay, and we'll fast forward. We'll see what happens with the setting up this intercept. Try and go for a docking. It's the observatory and tug looking pretty cool. There's an orbit over the surface of the moon. Fairly and Sidble, another couple of fairly boring Kerbals. They're not happy. They're not sad. They're just, they're bored. That's what they are. And I know now their mouths are open a little bit. And sometimes their mouths are open, sometimes they're closed. They're barely conscious. Is what these two Kerbals are. All right, station ahoy! I can see it in the distance. It's a couple little pixels there. It's cool when I get up close closer and I start looking at this thing, and it being a collaborative project, this structure looks nothing like anything I would ever put together my own self. And there followed much hilarity using my unbalanced tug, which cannot tug things in a straight line, with this unbalanced mass way in front of it. And really, it turned into a horrific, difficult effort to finally get this thing docked. I had to approach it, and I had to back off, and I had to approach it again, and I had to back off again, and it's rotating around and all. It took me a long time to get this done. I believe Fairler and Sidbull, they were laughing at me by the time we got there. I mean, look at this. We're still just almost there. I'm like cussing at it. It's like, come on, dock! Just dock! Can we get the electromagnets, please? I'm almost there. Please, just a little bit more. Oh man, and every single time I translate the thing up or down or left or right, I have to fix the rotation that causes, because the thrusters are unbalanced and they're not straight. And it's almost there. It's rolling on the. It's like in basketball, whenever the ball goes up and it just rolls around the rim and it won't go in. And roll. Almost that time, and roll back the other direction. No, it's going through this time. No. This is it. This is definitely it. Nope. No such luck. How about now? We'll dock now? Is that it? Yes! Okay! And there it is. There is an observatory docked to the space station. You know what I wish I had known previous is that there was already docked to this thing is a better just orbital docking tug, but I didn't know about it. Okay, so the observatory's there. It works. I transferred I transferred a bunch of RCS fuel and everything. I tried to top off the tanks of the station. My tug is done, so it's time to get rid of that. Let me see. So we just RCS backwards. I believe that after I recorded this, and I think that somebody else, whoever came after me, they decided to move my observatory. They didn't like where it was, so they put it somewhere else. That's cool. And it's time to get rid of my tug, which seemed like a good idea, ended up being very difficult to work with, much like many of my designs. And I decided, I wonder, I've got all this fuel left over. I decided to see, what if I can just completely kill all orbital velocity? I want to bring my orbital velocity down to 0. And I got it pretty close. I got it down into single digits. So as I deorbit, the thing just straight down. Because I think that'd be cool. Goodbye, tug. You served well. You had a few design flaws. You overcame them. And you deserve a hero's exit, since we can't leave you with all your mod parts for the next guy. Hello, Moon. Will you be my friend? No. All right, and so thus ends my adventure with the space station. Thanks.